Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video we'll be taking a look at Halo Infinite Season 3, and I'll be giving my first impressions of the season so far. Can't wait to see where it goes, honestly. The categories we'll be talking about in this video is the story, the cutscenes, the new main menus, the 3 new maps, the new mode, the new weapon, the event itself, a couple minor things, and kind of what I'm looking forward to moving forward with this season. But anyway, just to jump right in, the story this season is far more intriguing when compared to Season 2 of Halo Infinite. In fact, I give them a ton more credit in this department. However, the quality of the story isn't anything really to write home about. It's essentially just that Spartan Din was able to escape Iratus's grasp, and Iratus is now in the Oni Armory building behind that door that's shown in the cutscene at the end, or at least that's what's insinuated on the map Livefire. And I believe he's taking control of Spartan suits, which will lead to Iratus infection mode, or whatever they decide to call it, just infection, during the next story event, or at least as far as we can all safely assume, at least according to the leaks. As for the cutscenes, there's far more care put into them this time around. The graphics and details of the cutscenes are magnificently better than just watching a character model shoot guns and tell us what to do, like in the previous season's cutscenes. In addition, they are far more intriguing and creative cutscenes, to be honest, like Din being pulled through the sand by drones, which I love to see because we haven't seen the drones since Halo Reach, which is over 10 years ago by this point, so that was fun. Hopefully, if 343 decides to implement story DLC at some point, we can see their return. I'd rather fight drones than skimmers anyways, but regardless, we also see a Pelican get shot down and a trippy scene of Din seeing his younger self in the new season's SPI core armor. Just very creative cinematography all around, and the cutscene itself is fairly lengthy, which was a pleasant surprise, at least for me. Unfortunately, I know most people hated it, but seeing as how Crash Bandicoot Warped is one of my favorite games of all time, it disappointed me not hearing Iratus sound like Uka Uka anymore. Granted, I think they may have gotten him a new voice actor, or they just told him to take it down a notch, but regardless of what they changed, despite most of the community's hate, I really enjoyed the original Uka Uka sounding Iratus. Not that he sounds bad in the update, but I enjoyed the silliness of the original voice. It just felt more fun, at least for me. There has been an addition of new main menus. Halo Infinite has now gotten a new coat of paint, such as a new main menu screen accompanied by new music, themed to the new season, as well as a new multiplayer screen, which looks so much better than in the past and brings more life and character to it already. The campaign menu also received some love as well, as you can see my boy in the Pelican ready to drop for his next mission. And even the armor customization hub received a new background, where you can see Marines loading up supplies and walking around. Very cool but minute updates, credit where credit is due. As for the new maps, Oasis, this map is probably the most beautiful of the 3 in my opinion, and is honestly so much fun to play BTB on, as it has so much more space. It may possibly be the best BTB map in the entire game right now. Plus it has classic vehicle spawns rather than Pelican drop-ins, and I am hoping they add this classic spawn system to every other BTB map, and I bet they'll play even better because of it. This map is an absolute banger, and now they have a 24/7 mode on it as of making this video, which reinforces my love for it. As for Chasm has been a really fun experience, and honestly handles every mode it has on the map fairly decently. The map itself is also fairly goofy, which I think a goofy map is something Halo Infinite has been desperately needing. So I am glad this surprise map came out when it did. Escalation Slayer also plays really well on it, and I hope they use more campaign assets moving forward for maps because they work really well. As for Cliffhanger is probably my least favorite map of the new 3, but it isn't objectively a bad map. It's still fairly fun to play on, but I do feel that there is quite a bit too much open dead space on it, and it will lead to faster kill times for any player. As for Escalation Slayer, as a huge fan of COD gun game, I am so glad a form of it has made its way into Halo. Now, we already have it in MCC, but now we get it in Infinite, which I really do appreciate, as it feels perfect with the wide sandbox of weaponry in Infinite. And the final weapon made me laugh so hard, as it is an oddball with a smokescreen utility, so it just becomes an absolutely hectic melee battle at the end, which I find extremely fun and goofy. As for the DMR, the Bandit rifle, Sorry, but I refuse to call it a bandit rifle. I've called it a DMR for over a decade now. But it is a magnificent and very well balanced weapon to the sandbox, and it just looks straight menacing. I do feel, however, it should still have a scope, but since that won't happen, I do believe it needs just a slight tweak to its ADS accuracy, because I don't believe there is any. Very fun gun overall, but I would personally really like to see the fuel rod cannon return, as I feel it will give the banished weapons a bit more of a balance to the human weapons sandbox overall, or even the cut armament blaster would be a fun addition. I feel we have too many hit scan weapons and far too accurate weapons in the sandbox as it is. As for the Mindfall event was fun, very short as most of them are, but still very enjoyable, and I had fun with the new modes like Escalation Slayer and One Flag CTF, especially playing on the new maps, but other than that, not much else to say about it. There was a special update to Live Fire, especially regarding the story content. A slight secret that everyone has already seen by this point, I'm sure, is that the map changes on Live Fire, and actually a few new balancing updates of previous maps such as Behemoth, but in Live Fire, as everyone knows by now, the Oni door from the cutscene has made its appearance, and if you stand close enough by the door, you hear weird sounds coming from inside, which I believe we can all safely infer will be the return of the long-awaited Infection game mode, as well as a cool cutscene of the game mode's reveal, at least based on the leaks. Also, not map-related, but vehicles have also been given new animations and FX, which looks so much better for the game. As for looking forward, I pray that the content that we got here stays consistent moving forward, because it makes the game feel so much more polished and just cared for in general. I have really been enjoying my time with Season 3 and would love to see this momentum carried forward. Also, so long as the leaks are true and Infection comes in the following months of this season's release, well, I can't wait and I'll be there for it on day one. As a message to 343, please bring on Infection and keep up the great work. This is truly what I wanted to see. Amazing job. That'll wrap up the video, though. I just wanted to make a quick little kind of first impression review of my experience with Season 3 so far. I do believe they are doing a great job. My only complaint this season is that the end of Battle Pass helmets are really damn ugly. But aside from that, it seems like they're really listening to community feedback and everything's going well. But anyway, that'll wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed. If I missed anything, feel free to comment below. What do you guys think of Halo Infinite Season 3 so far? You loving it? You hating it? Kind of in between? Got a mixed opinion? Yeah, feel free to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll definitely make another review of this season when it comes to its end. And then I'll probably keep making season reviews for this game moving forward, just because I really love Halo and I would love to keep up to date with it. But yeah, that'll wrap it up. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.